Well, it's a good day outside. I'm glad that you came back.
Thank you. I'm glad
our
too.
sessions are always, a pleasure. But before we get started, I just want to let you know that this session will be recorded.
Okay.
So is that okay with you? Do you have any problem with that?
It's fine.
All right. So just please tell me why you're here today.
Well, I've been having, I guess, some issues related to my boyfriend. It's not, well, I guess part of it is physical. Well, I guess let me start from the beginning.
Okay.
We've been together for a little over a year now, and so I feel like we've maybe fallen into like a pattern, or we've gotten very comfortable with each other since we've been together for a while. But even though, sometimes it's useful to kind of have that pattern and consistency, it's also kind of like almost like we're stuck in a rut and we're kind of like on a plateau. And, personally, sometimes I feel not as appreciated or wanted in the relationship. I feel like it's sometimes very one-sided and almost like he's checked out. And so that's kind of making me feel like I'm checking out as well. And so there's like this conflict now because there's nothing really wrong, but I'm getting upset or I'm angry and frustrated, and then he's angry and upset because I'm angry and frustrated at him, but he doesn't know why. And like I said, there's not really a reason. It's not like he's doing anything wrong, but it's just like it doesn't feel the same anymore. So we're kind of, I don't know what to do, whether I should stay or leave, how to resolve those issues. It's kind of up in the air.
Right. I mean, I get it. Relationships, monotonous, like you said. You're feeling very unwanted. Like things just, they aren't going anywhere. I mean, it's not good, it's not bad, but it's just stagnant.
Yeah.
But what would you say contributes to the feelings of feeling unappreciated and unwanted? I mean, I know nothing is going on, but is there anything that he has done and recently that makes you feel this way? Or?
Sometimes I feel like, and this isn't really specifically to him, but I feel like it's more so I don't like the quality of people that don't think of others. They're not considerate of others. And so, like, for an example that involves him, sometimes I'll be over at his house or something, and I've cooked or whatever, and he'll just be playing on his video games, which I don't mind him playing video games, and oftentimes we'll play together, but sometimes, like if I'm trying to have special time with you, I'm, like, trying to have quality time, I've cooked for us, I'm trying to, like, have a moment for us in our relationship, and he'll like take the food and just eat it while he's on his computer or on the TV playing his games. And so I'm kind of just sitting in the corner of his house eating the food, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go home now. And he's like, okay, bye. And there's not really any concern or appreciation.
Right.
And so it's not like, again, like I said, I don't have a problem with him playing video games, but I feel like there's a time and a place. You can play after I leave. Don't play while I'm there and trying to, spend time with you. Came to your house for that very reason. So it's kind of like small things like that kind of make me feel unappreciated and kind of made me feel like he's not really, I guess, taking it that seriously or even like considering how his actions affect me. Yeah.
So have you tried vocalizing it to him?
I have a couple of times, sometimes it's been like in like a jokey way, like, oh, da 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 da. But there have been times where I've actually had a serious conversation with him and sat down and been like, hey, so I'm feeling a little bit, unwanted or unappreciated. And he's like, he apologizes. We have a good talk. We're usually pretty good at resolving our conflicts verbally. So usually it goes very well. And then maybe for like a couple of days after, I can, see he's trying. I can see, the change of behavior, and then it slowly kind of goes back to.
It's like the continuation of action, the consistency.
Yeah, it's like for a couple of days he's really on it, and he's texting and whatever, and then it's like it goes back to the kind of same thing. So it's like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, I've been there before.
mm-hmm.
Just by past experiences, you know.
Right.
I mean, vocalizing that it is definitely important, you know. So I'm glad that you know you've at least went that step.
Okay.
You know, that's a lot to do
Yeah.
that and put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying, over and over again.
Yeah.
So you mentioned considering leaving or considering staying, right? So what do you think would be the pros of staying, but what do you think would be the cons?
I mean, pros, like I said, we've been together for a while, so it kind of like fits. We work well together as a couple, and we've invested a lot into each other. And of course, I love him, so you know, it's not like I want to leave the relationship, but I guess in terms of cons of staying would be that this feeling kind of grows and then turns into resentment, and then I'm in a relationship that I don't even really want to be in, and then it kind of causes more conflicts, and then we're both upset, we're both angry or whatever. I don't really want to be in that environment. It's like very negative. I guess pros of leaving would be, I guess I would feel less. I wouldn't have these feelings that I'm having anymore. But then I guess I would just replace them with other feelings. And then I'd probably feel lonely because then I'm not in a relationship anymore. And then there's the whole struggles of dating and that whole process. It's like very time consuming and tiring and draining sometimes.
Right.
So I think that's why I'm kind of like, I don't want to leave, but staying at this point kind of feels a little bit like, why?
Right.
So.
Yeah. I feel you. So, I mean, what is the, I guess, yeah, you just said actually about the pros and cons of leaving as well. You know, the pros is getting out of there before it, you know, becomes toxic and you become resentful.
Yeah.
But the con would be that you built so much with this person. So it's like, how do you
walk away?
Find a way to adjust, you know what I'm saying, after you walk away.
Right.
Yeah, that's tough. So do you think that do you feel comfortable and ready to have that conversation with your boyfriend?
I don't know if I'm ready yet. Like I said, we've had a couple of conversations. I don't know if he's taking them that seriously. Because I guess I've always kind of been there. So I don't think he necessarily thinks that those are potential consequences that I could leave.
Right.
Like I said, I don't want to. So it's not like I'm trying to find a way to get out. I just don't want to block that off as an option if that is really my best option, if nothing really changes, you know?
Right. So do you feel like you've given a considerable amount of thought to leaving, to take that step to kind of, I guess, in your head, go through the process of having the conversation or role playing with me to have the conversation? Have you really put thought to see if you actually want to go that route and take those certain steps?
Not as much as I probably should have. I think I've been working more so on saving it as opposed to leaving. I haven't really thought about it so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like I'm saying from this meeting, it seems as if, you know, you came in here, and you shared how much you actually, loved your boyfriend, but you didn't really love the situation that you guys were in.
Right.
With it being so monotonous and stagnant. Understand your feelings that you would like to stay because you've been with him for so long.
Right.
But then you can't really, be there and just let it grow and feel resentful. So that would push you to leave.
Okay.
But I would encourage you that, in your frustration, and in all of this, that you sit down this week, the next week, in between this session, our next session, to think about what you really want to do, and go and think about those pros and cons some more.
Okay.
And then, you can always come back, and in the next session, we can role play if you would like.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The conversation between me and your boyfriend.
Okay.
Because I do realize that communicating to somebody who's nonchalant could be bad.
Yeah.
So, does that work for you?
Yeah, I think that'll be good. It'll give me some time to kind of, I guess, prepare myself, and then that way I'll have more of an idea of, what I'm stepping into.
All right. Good. See you next week.
Thank you.